Good morning, guys. Just woke up. I had a great night's rest, and I had a pretty nice dream. This is my 6th dream journal in a row. I hope you guys have been enjoying them, and I hope now if you are just waking up like I am, that this audio soothes you and gives you a nice calm start to your day, a nice relaxing start, and that if you are just about to go to sleep, that this audio calms you and helps you doze off. And so, as you guys can see, I'm not using my pop filter anymore. It didn't work too well. Well, it worked decently, but it magnified very breathy, windy sounds. And so I turned to the Reddit ASMR page and asked you guys some questions, and you guys responded right away with a quick trick of putting a fluffy new sock on a microphone, and it worked perfectly. I've tried 100 different combinations to make the audio better, whether it be using many socks, whether it be using pop filter with socks, whether it be further away, closer away, and I found that this works the best. Just a nice fluffy sock, loosely put on the microphone, just catches all of those awful puffy pee sounds. Oh. And so I hope you guys enjoy the new audio. I hope it sounds pretty good to you guys. And let's just get right into the dream. The dream started off with me and my friends. We went on a camping trip to this place that me and my family always went to as kids. It's an absolutely beautiful campground. It's like we went there every single year because it just was perfect. We never had a bad experience there. Everything was awesome. They had a ping pong table, a shuffleboard area, a basketball court. They had these awesome 3-wheel rental bikes you could just take and ride around with. They had a pool with an amazing diving board. They had a lake right down from their campground, so you could just walk on over there. They had cliffs there, and they also had these platforms that you could jump off of into the water. And so overall, it's just an amazing campground, and we haven't been there in 5 years. And so it was nice to have this little dream that brought me back, especially being with my friends where I could fully enjoy that experience. So it started off simply with me and my friends unpacking all of our camping stuff, and we were getting the tent ready, we were doing all that kind of stuff, and then a friend asked, what are we going to do today? And another friend said that he wanted to go skydiving. And it's our first day there. We just drove a little while to get there and unpack, and no one was really too excited to go skydiving. So I simply suggested that we go down to the lake right down from the campground. There's cliffs there. There's all that awesome stuff there. It just would be a nice place to go. And so we go down there, and I remember the place being very clean and very nice. But this time, in the dream state, it was magnificent. Just the water was crystal clear. You could see all the way to the bottom. You could see all the coral reefs and stuff like that. It was beautiful. I could see seahorses. I could see little tiny minnows. So that was really nice. The cliff that we cliff jump off of looked a lot bigger. Overall, the whole place looked beautiful. There were these pine trees right on the edge of the water just going out. It looked almost artificial to a point where instead of a bay, it was the circular point and then perfect squares going out to the sides with cliffs on the ends. So it was absolutely beautiful. We went up to the cliffs, and a friend instantly went off to do a flip. He did, I don't know if you guys know what this is, but it's a gainer flip, which is a running forwards backflip. So rather than standing backwards and doing a backflip, he ran forwards, did a backflip, and then somehow spanned twice around, so he did a double backflip and perfectly dived into the water. And I followed him after. I remember this dive very, very well, just because it felt so cool. I did a front flip off of the cliff, but it was a little bit of a different front flip where I had my body extended during the flip, and so I was spinning very slow, as if I was spinning in slow motion. And I was flipping around like this, very slow. When I got near the water, I tucked in, and my whole body like accelerated and did like 2 more flips, and I dived perfectly into the water. I remember once I dived into the water, I saw like all the bubbles rise and everything, and I didn't go right up, like right away. It was almost like I didn't have to, like I didn't have to breathe. And so I just stayed underwater for a bit, and I looked around, and it was, once again, it was crystal clear. I could see all the way to the end, and I saw like all the wavy green plants growing. I saw coral reefs. I saw like these tunnels within the rocks and everything. It was absolutely beautiful. I felt like I could stay under there forever and float up to the top. Sadly, but the top is just as beautiful as the bottom. So after this, we decided to go hiking a little bit. Yeah, we went hiking. But once again, this mountain, it didn't look like the one that's usually there. It looked like one that I climbed before in Europe. And so it wasn't even that. It was like a combination of many mountains that I've seen. But it was overall just a great atmosphere. We got to the mountain, and there were like these tunnels/trenches along the trail that you walk through. So it was this very cool environment with massive rocks on the sides. The whole thing was, well, it's a mountain, so one big rock. But we were climbing up this hill, and it was just absolutely beautiful. I remember seeing this yellow snake coiled up a huge tree, and the snake was massive too. It was just as big as the tree, coiled all the way to the top. And you know, none of us were really surprised or dumbfounded by it. We were just like, oh yeah, it's just a snake like that. Of course it's just a snake. A massive snake as big as a tree. And so we keep climbing, and overall, like, the people who were climbing too were amazing. Like, the people who were climbing back down from the mountain, we were just like encouraging each other on. We would high five the people who were coming down. It was just an overall awesome experience. And then maybe halfway through the mountain, there was this massive like rock climbing wall, a natural rock climbing wall, so I guess just a wall. And we could have easily gone around, but me and my friends, we all like to rock climb a little bit. And so we just took it as a time to rock climb as well, out of the blue. And we just start climbing up this rock wall, and it just feels so cool. It feels like we're weightless, or at least like I'm weightless. And I'm just climbing up this wall so easily, and it just feels so refreshingly new, you know? So we finished climbing the rock climbing wall, and the most beautiful part is when we get to the top of the mountain. So you get to the very top, and it's this kind of flat rock that bends down toward the edge. And it's this huge area. It's like as big as a soccer field, the top. And it's all just that, with pine trees growing around and everything. And even better to that, it was beautiful to see just the mountains in the distance, just peeking over each other, one along another one. And just the clouds were absolutely beautiful. What happened was light was coming through and hitting the clouds and being blocked by the clouds, and you could see the imprints it was making on the ground, on the earth. And it was just such a cool, different perspective to see, because usually on the ground you just see, okay, it's shadowy, so we're under a cloud and there's shade. But from the top you can actually see just how strong and how big this is. And it's just making this imprint on the earth, each cloud just making its own little imprint. And it was just absolutely beautiful to see. I don't remember exactly when it ended, but that was somewhere like we were on the top of the mountain. Forget if we still climbed down, and that's where my dream ended. I think I've been waking up a lot better now, and at better times in my dreams, because I got a curtain now. Before, I just kind of woke up because the sun was hitting my eyes, because the sun goes right into my room. But now I'm waking up more naturally, just whenever my body really wants to wake up, that's when it wakes up. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this ASMR dream journey. If you did, give it a like. I don't know, check out the last one. I post videos every single day, well, every single weekday. So please feel free to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.